Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we explore the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Milan Kohut, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced, the lessons learned, and the strategies fueling future growth. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by Anton Fonseka, the founder and managing director of CarePolicyUS, a pioneering platform that streamlines licensing, accreditations, and operational support for home care agencies across the United States. With a strong background in business analytics and applied accounting, CarePolicyUS leverages technology, including AI, to simplify complex healthcare regulations and empower over 1,000 healthcare providers to deliver quality, compliant care. His mission is to revolutionize the home care industry by providing innovative, data-driven solutions that enhance provider efficiency and patient experience. Today, we have the pleasure of exploring Anton's inspiring journey and the impactful work he's leading in healthcare innovation. Anton, let me officially welcome you to Founders Future.
Hey, thanks, Milan, and thank you very much for having me here. So it's good to
My
meet you
pleasure.
in this entire podcast. Yeah,
My
let's.
pleasure. Anytime I'm in. Awesome. Okay, let's dive in. What I always love to do is start at the very beginning. So please take me back in time. Before you even started this company, what were you doing before that? What were you up to? And what eventually motivated you to start the company?
All right, sounds good. So I started 10 years ago working as an intern for more of the risk management and the internal auditing. So that was my first corporate experience. And with the foundation, my bachelor's in applied accounting and master's in IT and AI. But I started with a more of a focus towards the corporate ladder and trying to understand on what things that I can build myself to the career and adding some value to the society. But during my journey, which is a long journey that I came to what I am today, it's something inspiring to myself, is what I believe in the first place. Just to let you know a little bit about how everything started. So, as I mentioned, I was more of a risk management intern working in the corporate field. And then I came up in the ladder trying to understand more about the financial concepts, the risk management concepts. And then during the entire career, then I wanted to learn and move towards more of the IT solutions and the community support services. So that's where some kind of a turning point. I tried to see what's within us that we can build around. And what thing that I can add to the community is what I was mainly looking and focused towards. So I had to quit my corporate work because to build what I am today. But just to let you know, it didn't happen all of a sudden. I had to work as a freelancer for many years parallelly. So I think while I work from 9 to 5 job, I come home and then take a wash, and right after in 30 minutes or 1 hour, then I start my all the hustling game and trying to do freelancing and trying to understand what's other world that we can try to work things out. Of course, I had no much of a sleep in the first few years. I used to work from morning until around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. every day. So that's more of a routine that I had to spend, because until I get myself settled and until I learn a skill that I can build towards. So that's
Yeah.
something the entire journey started with. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a lot of ups and downs as for everybody. And that just goes to show that there is no such thing as overnight success. Would you agree with me?
Exactly. There's nothing called overnight success, to be honest with you. Everyone, whoever is wanting to have something in life or achieve something, everybody should have to give something in terms of the efforts, the commitment, and what I believe is the consistency. So if you can maintain the consistency of what we do, then there's of course the success. There is no doubt about that particular success that you definitely get into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll come. Consistency is the key. Absolutely. I love that. I love that, Anton. Awesome. Okay, let's move to the current situation. What does your business stand for today? What is like your core offer? Who is your ideal customer and what it looks like to work with you?
All right. So yeah. So currently I'm in healthcare sector, which I also thought I would never be in industry like this. And in the healthcare sector, we are working towards this micro niche, which is more of the senior care and children care. And our customers are pretty much all of the country or all of the US customers who have been working as registered nurses, doctors, or veterans and caregivers for 10, 20, 30 years. And I found this opportunity when when someone reaches out to me on getting the policy procedures written for them during my initial, I think back in 2019, someone reached out to me asking me, because I have a bit of a background towards by then, I had the background towards the risk management, writing policies, setting up SOPs, and setting things up. So I got the chance to work with someone on this healthcare industry and to help them out in terms of writing their policies, understanding their business structure. It was a like so many months of research I had to do in terms of understanding that particular industry itself. Because I've never been into that industry or I've never worked in that industry. So that was a very good learning experience for me. But I believe I was passionate enough to understand what they want me to do and how I can add value to them. So that's the solution, because nobody would come to you if you can do it. If someone can do it themselves, nobody would come find it for another support
Yeah.
or help. When there's a complex problem or when there's a problem without a solution, then of course someone would be looking for someone's support to get that sorted out. So I felt that was a great opportunity, and I should be thankful for the person who reached out to me, because it's an eye opener for me. I've never heard about this industry. I never heard about what I'm doing currently, but it was the greatest opportunity I grabbed, and I got
Mm.
that challenge to myself, and then I executed it. So that's
Yeah.
why the foundation for CarePolicy.us today, we have held more than actually 1,500 providers by today, all US citizens in terms of the doctors, veterans, nurses to launch their business within the country. So I feel it's more of a proud moment to me and to my team, of course. So that was the turning point, the project that I undertook, the challenge that I accepted, and then I had to start learning. It's all about learning, because you never know about any regulations unless you start learning and trying to understand
Sure.
about the different laws, legislations, the administrative codes that is relevant to that particular healthcare industry. And as you might
Hmm.
know, in US, every 50 states has its own state-specific regulatory requirements, and I got to study everything. But for that
Yeah.
particular project, it started with the state of Virginia. Down the line, I had to learn all about the regulatory requirements and keep myself up to date about all the changes coming up. That is going to be helpful for my customers. So
Yeah.
that's how
Absolutely.
the CarePolicy.us came into light, and now we are a popular brand in the senior care industry. And yeah, so we believe we have done a lot to the community, and we have helped
Hmm.
people get the license and get into their own business so that they can provide the community support. So that's
Gotcha. So you
it.
don't only work with like already established agencies, but it can be also individuals who want to be licensed and basically make this a full-time business for themselves. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we work as independent consultants, and we directly take the hands from a provider or a nurse or a caregiver from their scratch level. This is their first startup, and we take them through the entire process until they launch their business, until they set up the technologies or as the marketing campaigns and everything. We take them in terms of the business license on starting and launching the operations as a home care agency to provide senior care support or as the children care support.
Yeah, I love that. And I also love the fact that a couple minutes ago you mentioned that you've actually, before you started this company, you would never thought that you would be in this industry, that somebody came up with that idea. So I just want to say, if you look at like the general idea of how people get into business, it's usually them working in some kind of industry and then just telling themselves, okay, I can do that. I can do that on my own. This was a little bit different. So you just got an idea, you were not very familiar with it, and you took the chance.
Yeah, exactly. So what happens, it's not the idea actually, it's the opportunity what I believe, because that person was a nurse, very old person, and he's very good at providing the nursing services, providing
Hmm.
caregiving services, very good at doing her job. But she doesn't know how to regulatory prepare the documentations, the regulatory requirements, and having handling all the administrative works and handling all the licensing materials. She has no clue. And from the time she came to me, I had no much of experience, but I accepted the challenge because I saw it as an opportunity for me to learn a new skill. So
Yeah,
that's a problem was handed over to me, and I accepted it, and that's where the opportunity and the entire idea got started with. I should
amazing.
that's I should be thankful to the person who wanted to start their home care agency, but who did not have any exposure to what she could do. But I was able to help her out with my own learning. As I mentioned, I
Yeah,
took me 3 months to understand, learn about it, and then to help them out. Because, but now today we do the same thing in around 2 to 3 days. But by then I had to took more than 3 months to study myself, because we can't do anything without the proper understanding, and we can't take over anything if you don't know much about it. But the main reason why I had to accept it, the need for help, and also for me the opportunity to learn something new, and of
yeah,
course do
yeah.
something special.
Yeah, and especially with something like this, when you're working with regulations out of everything, yeah, you're pretty much walking on thin ice. So you got to be careful and definitely dedicate the time into it. Amazing. Okay, let's move to what are you currently doing from marketing slash lead generation standpoint to actually acquire new clients?
All right, so yeah, so we had to build this entire funnel, the entire system, the organization. So currently CarePolicy.us is, it's a powerhouse with nearly 15 to 20 people, and which we build from scratch with a brand new opportunity, brand new idea. So everything we've been building from scratch. And of course, the first thing that we had to do, especially myself, even though we know about what we are doing, the skills we have, but when we are to talk about or work about these regulatory requirements, you can do things without some kind of the support in terms of the infrastructure or the education. You should have something to upskill yourself. That's the point that we had to learn about these compliances, regulatory requirements, and get ourselves accredited. So I'm actually ACHC and a CHAPS accredited consultant, today certified consultant. So with that, we had to come into this level what we are providing today. So in terms of the what we provide, to answer to your question, so at Care Policy, just a brief out, I think we didn't cover about what we are providing right at the beginning, but just let me put it in a very simple form. Care Policy, what we do, we help the people who need to start their home care agency or senior care business in US. We help them to set up their business and to get the state specific license. And how we help them, we help with their documentation, we help them with the application systems, and we have our own solutions, or the AI solutions we have implemented, which is integrated with our SaaS product. And we have come
Yeah,
up with a more automated platform now to streamline things. So before
I
everything it
got
was
you.
manual, but now we know the system, so we have simplified things, and it's more of a self-service. Anyone can get into our portal and do things their own. So that's the support system we built in. And in addition to that, whoever needing the license, of course, they are going to go ahead with the business startup, and they need the rest of the services and the support because they believe in us, they trust. So they would
Yeah.
like with our marketing services, the IT services, it's all about the providing the rest of the support services that we can provide for them.
Okay.
And yeah.
Amazing. And when it comes to, I also wanted to touch on like you getting new clients. Like, what is the way that you found like the best for you guys at this stage of the company? Is it just referrals? Is it organic content? Is it running ads on social media? Or what do you do to get new clients?
All right, we honestly don't do any paid advertisements. We don't believe in that. Everything is purely organic. We are focused towards mainly regarding the SEO systems, and we have our own SEO specialist team. What we are trying to do is we are trying to understand all these keyword strategies and trying to understand how these now the revolutionize the AI searches more than the Google searches. Now people are trying to move into ChatGPT or any other AI results. So we are working
Hmm.
to how our products, the services, the articles could appear on the search results. So that's the whole thing that we are trying to work on. And we are trying to set things up in terms of trying to set the sales funnels to get all the leads directed to our business. So just to let you know, the care policy, we run on Shopify, the entire platform, but we do have other the custom websites as well, the technological solutions that we provide. And what we are trying to do, especially to get the customers, we also run the email campaigns. We also have the social media marketing campaigns that we do. And more importantly, it's the SEO that we work so hard in order to get the customers. And also we do
Gotcha.
webinars, the trust, and we appeal. We don't try to sell anything. That I believe one of the main reasons for our success, we don't sell for our customers. When someone reaches out to us looking for help, most of the people they are struggling a lot on how to get this through. What I would do is I always welcome them on and hop on a quick Zoom call. It's a one-on-one Zoom call. I take them through the entire process from A to Z. I show them this is how it needs to be done. This is how it needs to be done. I know it's a free consultations, but I take that cost and the risk and the time, but they also learn everything what I teach them during that session. So
Yeah, but I feel like you also have a chance to show them what you stand for if you do it this way. Then they see that you are actually that kind of person who's going to spend time with them and walk them through every step of the way. So I appreciate it. Awesome. Anton, just to respect your time, I'm gonna move on to your future plans. So let's say in the next 6 or 12 months, what do you set for yourself? Any goals, targets, vision?
all right, so our entire plan is to expand the offices in all across the US because currently we are operating more of virtually and trying to support the community virtually. But we are planning to host events, go into multiple states physically, and having our offices and trying to support the community physically. That's going to be very, what we believe is because most of our customers, as I said to you, they are they're actually seasoned professionals, but they need someone to work with them, give them a hand and hand by hand, because most of the customers that we get are not tech savvy at all. So we need to
Mm,
help them. That's one of the most important thing. And we need to establish our presence in all across the nation. So that's the whole idea about if you ask me for the short-term goals. But of course, in terms of the long-term goals, we would want to expand into Europe, ANZ or the Australian regions and all across to support the senior care what we are doing.
I love that. Huge plans, huge plans. Okay, this is gonna be my last question, but I absolutely love this one. If you could magically snap your fingers and go back in time, let's say 5, 10 years, and sit across the table from yourself from 10 years ago, what would be the best piece of advice that you would give yourself regarding business?
All right. Always work on a skill and that you're passionate about and that you can improve yourself. Make use of the time to build something of your own. That's my own advice because I have worked for corporates for more than 10 years. Myself personally worked multiple industries, multiple companies, but always try to build something of your own. You will get the entire freedom in terms of all kinds of freedom, financial freedom, the peace of mind, everything that you can build right from the start. Try to start something of your own, but it's always, it matters the education that you bring in. That is the key. It's all
Yeah,
about the learn and the consistency and keep doing things. And final things that I can tell for anyone who is watching this podcast, be good and do good, then definitely you can be success.
I love that, man. Yeah, just pick one skill, master it, and the success will come. I love it.
Exactly.
Amazing. I think this pretty much wraps up another great episode. So a huge thank you to you, Anton. Now, to our listeners, if you enjoyed this podcast episode the same as I did, definitely subscribe to Founders Future on your preferred platform. And if anybody wants to get in touch with you, Anton, and maybe connect, maybe even work with you, what is the best way to go about it?
All right, so anyone can reach out on CarePolicyUS and try to give us a call. Myself or as the other consultants can always will be available to answer your calls. Anyone is looking for any support, anyone is needing to start their own home care agents, is the best thing. Just give us a call. We're just a call away, and then we can take care of the rest for you.
Awesome. Okay, so you can look for Anton at carepolicy.us. Perfect. And now, if you're a business owner, more specifically a coach, consultant, or an agency owner, and you're looking to scale your business and enhance your marketing and sales efforts, definitely visit closers.io, get in touch with our team, hop on a call, and discover how we took our own company from zero to over $30 million per year in less than 3 years. Until then, keep on climbing, and I'll see you on the next one.